And there's 2 ready, so we start playing Tetris now. I couldn't move that T. I'm gonna top out A88 meme now. Is bring us down, but a bit of a misdrop there. Seems like he kind of gave up after that misdrop, but Guafi with a flurry of deadly misdrops gets a bar over, but what can he even do at this point? If he gets out of this, I'll give him $1. But not much he can do there. Thumbs up or something. Okay, he's gonna ready up. He's a new coal bucket. New look coal bucket presses ready. You'll love to see it. Yes. Wait, low key, I should have just kept it unflipped. We're going back. There we go. Alright, folks, it's time to look at some freaking stats. Division 1A, Coal Bucket 1-1 has beaten Hydrant in a sweep and got beaten in a decider by O. So has a pretty good game record, 5-3. Cobra looking to continue a perfect season, at least in terms of sets. 2-0 in sets, 6-2 in matches, or games rather. Swept Hydrant and beat Macy in a decider. We'll have to see how they compete against one another. Very similar players, I mean, in terms of their PBs, in terms of their story, in terms of, well, not height. Cobra is just tall. Cobra is really tall. That's one thing that separates Cole and Cobra is their height difference is significant. At least I think. Maybe Cole got taller, so I don't remember. I actually don't remember Cole's height. But I know it's not like 6'7" like Cobra. Cobra's like 7'8", bro. Yeah, both players have like 4 million points as a PB. They both started in the lower end of TNP and built all the way up to Dim 1. And both players are going to make the finals of the CWC 2025. Like, you know, very similar players here. 163 for Cobra, 184 for Coal Bucket. Both players also recently got like score of the day worthy pace runs. Like, I think Cobra got like mid 1.9 into 39. I think Cole had like an insane pace, like 34, 35 or something. Both players are really capable of putting up some high scores. Let's see what they can do here. 210 for Cole, gets a Tetris. 233, 235 for Cobra. Yeah, another similarity is they both start with CO. Wait, bro, I'm actually so dumb. Dude, no. Oh no. Alright, so a little Tytris lore for Tyler Thursdays. Is that a perfect? No, it's almost perfect clear. A little bit of lore is I always put the players left and right based on their name. Based on like lexicographical order. And then Cobra was in the room first. And I saw COB. I was like, okay, they're both CO. And without thinking, I was just like, you know what? B is so early in the alphabet. B is so early in the alphabet that it's probably the first one. So I'm going to put Cobra on the left. Cole has an A, which means I did it wrong. Alright, Chen must be like 10 minutes behind. The timer's been gone for a while. Unless it's like invisible on my screen, but actually on stream. Which now I'm paranoid and I'm going to check, but if it's not there, you're banned, Chen. And I have an ad, so we'll see. We'll see. $401 for Cobra, $420 for Cole. Oh, wow. I think that was intentional from Cole. That was a nasty adjustment. I love that. Tetris there, 467. 425 for Cobra. So very solid paces from both players. Yeah, there's no timer. There's no timer. Chen, you're banned, bro. lying like that is crazy. Timer's been gone forever. $519 for Cobra, $558 for Cole, but Cole's a small mess on his board. Gonna require a bit of burning here. Gonna let Cobra catch up, maybe even take the lead. Cole has to make a bar dependency. We'll get that bar over though. Cobra gonna take the lead, 610. Cole's gonna be probably burning into level 19 here. Luckily was pacing, so I mean, still gonna transition with almost 600,000 points. Cobra looking at like a 634, but gonna burn a little bit. Actually, a little bit more than 634, 635. Cole goes in 601. Cobra goes in 635, as I predicted. I'm a genius, but has a couple holes he's gonna have to deal with. Gonna kind of prevent him from scoring momentarily, which is what Cole needs. A chance to kind of recoup and try and regenerate a bit of that lead back. He's playing dirty, but gonna take the burn, gets out of Tetris readiness as soon as the bar shows. Another one does, goes to 640, 652 for Cobra. Cole just up high, unable to really score. Cobra has made a small hole, but that should be dealt with rather easily. And Cole just getting such unfavorable pieces here. Is making do with what he's getting though. Gets bar the right side, that's certainly going to help quite a bit. Nice tuck, nice J. A nice bar for the dependency. And despite all this digging from Cole, Cobra's only ahead about a Tetris and a half. 722. Gets a dirty to go to 752. 679 for Cole. But Cole also ahead about 9 lines. So there's something to keep note. But Cole is essentially clean at last. Will officially clean up with that burn. But this has cost him quite a bit of pace. Nice triple there. Misdrop for Cobra. See how long it takes him to get out of this, but this could benefit Cole. Tetris there. 66,000 points is the lead. Another Tetris for Cole. Only ahead about a Tetris now is Cobra. So again, the line differential is a factor. Cobra gonna play off of row 1 here more than likely. He is pretty confident in those rolls, so I'm not surprised by this. But brings it down. Do not top out. I'm taking a swig of my drink. Because talking is hard. It's a lot of work. Very tough. $897 here for Cole. Cobra at 911. Looking to get another Tetris here. Is set up. Takes a burn. It's in a bit of a drought. There's a bar. There's a Tetris. Cole goes in the kill screen. 969. Cobra probably going to go in with the max out. There's one Tetris. Has one more possible. A Tetris for Cole to take the lead into level 30, but Cobra will take it right back into level 29, 821. And this is where these players will really shine. I mean, the less time you have to think, the more likely you are to make the correct decision. You have less time to second guess yourself. So as long as you're placing the pieces where they want to go, it should work out for these players. Cobra gets a center well triple. It has a small mess to deal with. Gonna quickly burn that out. But Cole has now amassed a 50,000 point lead, BO5 to A53. Tetris for Cobra to get the 1.1. Cole's a few holes kind of building here. They're not high enough that's deadly. Cobra going to hang a bar on the left side. Going to top out B10. And Cole has staged the comeback at B78. Is good for game number 1. GG. Is what we're going to do. I came up with that one all myself. And Cobra starting a little late to cheat and have a couple extra next pieces. SMH. Jokes, of course. 5-point lead for Cobra. It's insurmountable, folks. Oh, but Cole surmounted it with the Tetris. These players, of course, 2 more players who you will be seeing at Classic Tetris World Championships in about a month and change from now. I think a month and a week. Cole last year getting all the way to the top 16, and he is a whole new player this year than he was last year. So a run certainly could be seen from him. And Cobra, I mean, his improvement has been quite rapid as well. I mean, certainly has a chance of making a better place than last year because Cobra qualled pretty well, and then his controller broke, and he lost round 1 because of it. So we're going to be hoping for no controller issues from Cobra. And also, Cobra, I recommend getting a controller. You can't have just one controller. You got to have more than one. I say as I only have one controller. But listen to my words and don't follow my actions. 166 for Cobra, 123 for Cole, gets a bar over. Cobra hit by 5 points again. The 5 points is coming back. Well, 263, 267 from Cobra. Kind of very similar to what we saw last game, where players really paced with each other all throughout level 18, and then the separation kind of began at 19, and then was able to be flipped on its head on level 29. Cole going to take the lead back with that Tetris 311. We'll solidify it with that Tetris. Cobra uncovers that well just in time. Let's go to 318. I was about to say as well, but that should be a lie, because Cole was not at 318. And once again, players really keeping up with each other. Pretty solid paces going into level 19. We're about 40 lines out. They're already past 400,000 points. Currently be seeing high 500s into 19 for both players. Maybe more, but math is it's been a few years, so could be wrong there. Cobra had the opportunity to set up a delayed Vitz there. Not too sure why he didn't. Those are generally considered by experts to be the most optimal move. But I digress. Cobra, a bit of a misdrop there. An L piece would certainly help bring that down that quickly. Or actually, that works out even better than what I was envisioning. That's why Cobra is there, and I am just talking. Oh, but a double flip there for Cobra. Being level 18 is survivable, but it's not the height where you want to have any misdrops. Luckily, Cobra was able to unblock that well to get a Tetris. He's going to be able to recover this double flip here, but this is Cole's chance to kind of capitalize a little bit. That 506 over Cobra's 490. Cobra got out of that pretty quickly, so really not going to do him too much damage in terms of the actual competition here. But he does have a bar dependency. Will that bar show? No, it won't. And this is what Cole wants to see. With a bit of a slowdown here. Try and get some semblance of a lead. There's a Tetris for Cole. 5 at 33 is one more available before level 19, but no good spot for that S. Gonna be forced to go into 19 with actually a couple of holes, but we'll get a Tetris. 557 is his transition. Cobra could get a 5 at 48, and we'll do just that. It's a very tight game here. Yo, why is my mic so sensitive? I like leaned away from my mic and I sniffed once and picked it up. That's actually disrespectful. Never buy a blue product, bro. Bad. It's not so bad though as he scores here. 601 to 603. Mildly in the favor of Cobra. Both players getting a Tetris there, so the lead stays the same, but the score's got a little bit bigger. I mean, there's a very good chance for all 3 to 5 of these games in the set will be decided by level 9 or level 29. I mean, it's just the type of players these guys are. Very consistent on these 18 and 19 speeds. The players trading Tetris is there. Cole is about a Tetris and a half lead. Tetris and a third, maybe. Now 2. It was ahead 7 lines, so really this game, assuming perfection from Cobra, is about as close as it can get. Oh, we'll get another Tetris there. 830 and 24. I like that adjustment there. Set up the delayed single. Kept the stack healthy. 863 to 765. A Tetris for Cobra. It's a shame there's so much Tetris happening tonight. There's too many places for people to go. Wars is happening, CTM's happening, CTL's happening. Oh, everything in Tetris is happening except for a regional, which is happening, I think, tomorrow or the day after tomorrow. CTO's in Mexico. Goal to max out into 28. Over back about a level. I think Cole has a minor pace lead, but stress on the word minor there. It's very small. Max out for Cobra into level 28 himself. Cole goes into kill screen A55. Cobra could go in with more than that. He gets the Tetris. But looking like he's going to burn into 29 or maybe not even get there with a healthy stack. We'll just see what he can do. Goes in A78. Got the Tetris. Gets another one. Now can work on bringing this down. Cole gets a Tetris to take back the lead. B27 to B17. This is close. The first person to blink may be the one who will take defeat and get number 2 here. We'll have to see. Cobra opens well, is set up for Tetris, gets one to take the lead. B66, B at 39 for Cole. Needs something for that left side. Gets the J over. It's not getting favorable pieces. A couple of hangs. And Cole is going to top out B43. Cobra striking back and taking game number 2. Tying up set 1-1. Yeah, CTM's doing, which means I'm ready for some more Tetris. Both players are currently back-to-back 1.1. If they keep this up, they'd be in a 2021 CTWC YouTube title. 10 million points scored? Oh my goodness. That used to be a big deal before the world record was 3 times that. Or is it 20? Is it 29 million or 20? I think it's 29 million. Yeah. Of course, following this match, we do have one more. I do believe that's Hydrant versus O. Be a fun one. I'm guessing Cole did a pretty cool move there because I was looking at the schedule to make sure I was right, and I came back to him like nodding his head like he did something really good. Hydrant versus O is going to be a good match because O is actually in a pretty good season here. Has already beaten Cole and Redshirt, and you know, lost to Blue Scooty, but no one's going to blame you for that. And then Hydrant still looking for his first win here. Had a couple of solid games, but hasn't really put anything together yet. So we're going to see what he can do here. Actually really excited to see how Hydrant plays at CWC this year, because he's been seeming to get some pretty high scores again. Like he's kind of back low-key. It's fun to see. So definitely excited for that. Cobra's cam just kind of coming and going as it pleases. Don't worry about it if you are, just keep playing. Worst case, we'll fix it for the next game, but it's been coming back by itself, so we'll see. I can maybe refresh the... If I had to guess, Cobra's using his phone as a camera and it passed away. But other things could also probably be the answer. Oh man, I do wish this was a restream on my personal channel, because something funny happened today in the world that I won't talk about on this channel, but it's maybe the funniest thing that's happened all year, and I would be cracking so many jokes about it. Oh man. And the funny part is, like, anyone who's listening on YouTube, they're not going to know what I'm talking about, because this will be uploaded like way later, and so they won't have any idea, and they'll comment like, what is he talking about? That's right, I'm farming engagement. That's what I do. $429 here for Cobra. $408 for Cole. Poopy Old Hag, thanks for the raid. Welcome on in. Nice adjustment there for Cole for the key talk. Across the 100 line mark with, for I believe the third game in a row, over 400,000 points each. Cole could have set up a delayed bits there. Opted not to, which I suppose is respectable. Albeit mildly saddening. 526, 546 for Cobra. Created the lead there very quickly. Oh, I'm not the biggest fan of Cole's board here. Dealt with it about as best as he could. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you were qualling for Dash Masters, Poopy, so I hope that went well for you. 577 is the transition for Cole, 616 for Cobra. Now that Cobra's camera's off, he probably activated some tasks. I did. Got a max average. Nice. That's huge. GG. Especially with Dash. I mean, that's really good. I got one Dash max out, and I said, that's enough. That's enough. Y'all ever have like a really big dinner and then you get like extremely like stuffy after eating it? Because I have that right now. I ate a really big dinner, I went live, and now I feel like I have terrible allergies. It's not the best, but what is the best is these players. They're the best, and I appreciate the entertainment they're providing. 693 for Cole, 733 for Cobra, but a couple hangs for Cobra. I'm not sure what he can do here. I'm gonna top out 733, so Cole with a chase down, he needs 740 or 734. There's 730. A couple more lines would do it. If you want to play it out while Cobra fixes his camera, go ahead. Cole passing up on the Tetris, wants to do it with Burns, it looks like. 3-1 Tetris. Cobra used his one slur. No, I already used up. Wait. Yo. Where was the Tytris opener, Cobra? Where was the Tytris opener, Cole Bucket? What the heck, guys? Yo, I'm declaring Chaotic Hazel the winner of the set. You guys just both lost. What the heck? That's actually kind of disrespectful. You know what they say? If the commentator has an opener, you got to use it when they're commentating. That's what they say. They all say that. They all say that. Yeah, back me up. They all say that, right? I think they all say that. But I guess we'll let this keep going. 49,000, now 55 for Cobra, 49,000 for Cole Bucket. I like that adjustment for the T-Tuck. That's some puzzles move I would never see, but I like it. You should restream my matches more often. I guarantee Tytris opener when I get the T&O. That's what I love to hear. That's what I love to hear. You love to hear that. That's good. That's good. I appreciate that. It's just the optimal opener. So really you're doing yourself a favor by doing it, you know? And for the YouTubers who are listening in when this is uploaded 17 years from now, or like, 2 weeks or whatever. Tytris opener, you get a T and an O. You put the T facing rightward, 3-4, and you get the square 1-2. It's just goated. Edge for Cobra, 43,000 point lead at 151. 130 for Cole. Gunter raided with a party of 4. Bro, you are French and it's like 9 p.m. here. That means it's like not 9 p.m. there. That's very late. You gotta go to bed, Gunter. Oh my gosh. Simul Tetris, except it didn't say it, so I guess I'm wrong. Cole shaking his head at that adjustment. Didn't really help him out at all, but it looked kind of cool, so there's that. But thanks for the raid, Gunter. I do appreciate that. Like 4 a.m. for Gunter. Best to do Game Boy Tetris. Oh yeah, the Game Boy World Championships is happening soon, huh? Well, I hope that goes smoothly, and I hope his qual went well. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I think Gunter won a year or 2 ago. Is that right? Yeah, he did. Yeah, so he's kind of a goat over in the Game Boy scene, despite the penguin profile picture. He's kind of a goat. So definitely on the watch there. Something crazy that Game Boy has done for the Tetris community is it got Akatu to play on real hardware. He played on the real Game Boy today. I'm not sure how his qual went. I had to go do some stuff, but I saw he was playing on a real Game Boy, which kind of blew my mind. 407 for Cole here. 429 for Cobra. Gets a bar and a Tetris to go to 452. For a second, I saw 100 lines from Cobra, and I thought it was 100% Tetris rate. I was like, wait, have I been missing like the most goated CTL performance of all time? But no, it has a mere 81%. Been there, done that, basically. $544 for Cobra, $481 for Cole. Cobra like well on his way to like a low to mid 600k transition. Cole also, I believe, could get a 600k. Cobra gonna get 600k with 2 Tetris to spare. Could be seeing like another 660 or so familiar. I know I have my part on it because the Game Boy X2 was playing on was once owned by me, but then I sent it to Hepta, and so he has a Game Boy to play with. That's very sweet. That's very, very nice. The Game Boy scene is very, very nice. I didn't like participate in any competition, but I was briefly following it, but then I got Game Boy Tetris and played it once and was not a fan. I was not a fan. Tetris for Cole went in 564, 683 for Cobra went in 650 something maybe. I didn't see it. I'm trying to do mental math. Like I whenever I started playing Game Boy, that was back when I was working. I was making pretty solid money like during college. I went to community college, so it was cheap. And I had a little extra money to throw around, so I bought like one of those like backlit, like high res Game Boys that are like modded, and got Game Boy Tetris. Realized I was not a fan, and I gave it to Blue Scooty. I was like, Scooty, would you like a modded Game Boy that looks pretty good? He was like, yeah, sure. Like, here you go. And it's in one of those like news segments that he was in. I saw it. So I was basically on the news. Basically, I was on the news, right? Pretty cool. 846 for Cobra has pretty much maintained this very efficient game into the post-transition. 777 for Cole. That's 3 sevens. I believe that's lucky, which hopefully is telling me that I'm going to be lucky when I gamble in Vegas. I'm going to Vegas before CWC and also after CWC. So we'll see. Maybe I'll win so much money. I have a layover in Vegas, both going and coming from CWC, and we'll have to see how financially irresponsible I am. when I'm there. That's the Game Boy Scooty playing with now, or I don't know. I haven't seen Scooty play. It's like a Pikachu, like the Pokemon. It's like designed like that. So if it's that, then he's using that one. If it's not, then it's a different one. Cobra with a bit of trouble here, but was able to bring it down. Bar to solve the stack. Now should be good to score. Takes a triple. Yeah, Chaotic Hazel gets it. I was like basically on pace. So there's that. Cobra gonna max out mid-level 26. That might be the most efficient max out we've seen today. If I'm not mistaken. Cole also maxing out mid 26. Almost 1.4 first spot. Sheesh. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. You see, if they made the Game Boy with the controls flipped, where like the D-pad was on the right and the rotator was on the left, I would have liked it a lot more. But like I did not like. I was very uncomfortable doing like the cross hand method. So 1.1 for both players. B73 for Cole. B09 for Cobra. So Cole gonna go into kill screen with the lead, even if he just burns all the way in. But a bar should be showing up soon. Ideally, in the most ideal world, unless this world is cruel and wrong. And RNG gonna kill the 1.2 into. B79 into. B83 for Cobra. So Cobra actually went in with a small advantage. Tetris for Cole. But gonna have to do a small dig here. Cobra clean meanwhile. Tetris for Cobra takes the lead. C37. C35 for Cole. And he's clean. Tuck for Cobra. Tetris. C78. Cole set up, gets a bar, gets a Tetris. C86. Cobra with the 1.32. And both players now with the small issue. Cobra solved his quickly. Cole needs some good pieces and placements to fit. And he's getting everything he needs, and he's placing them all in the right spots. D84 for Cobra. Cole D05. Beautiful placements, well as clean. And Cobra is now, or Cole rather, set up. This is harder than it looks. Tetris for Cole. Cobra with the 1.4 is set up, needs a bar. Both players getting droughted at the same time. Tetris for both players. Double 1.4 and 35. Tetris for Cobra to get the 1.5. And Cole's board is starting to get a little, dare I say, precarious. And Cole's getting high. Is there much he can do? He's bringing it down. Give him a bar. Doesn't get it. Hangs a square. Gonna top out 1.468, and Cobra with 1.5 and counting is good for game number 4. We have a decider. It is hard commentating 29 when their names are the same. And Cobra with the Tetris into level 39 for the rollover. Oh my gosh, Tetris. Oh, Cole's not even looking. Cole's time. It's time. He wasn't ready. He ready, but he wasn't ready because it took so long. If it takes a second, it's fine. If it takes you a second, it's okay. There we go. It looks like Cobra waited for Cole to start, or Cobra waited till after. He's cheating. He's cheating. Almost crashed, but last minute save by Cobra. Cobra with the first Tetris. Cole follows suit. And Cobra has a 6-point lead. Cole sets up the delayed Vits. Luckily, that bar shows. Well, another one? One can only hope. There we go. Huge 6-point lead from Cobra. Gonna take the first burn of the set. Cole will also follow suit. I like that adjustment. Sets up the bar dependency, which normally you don't want to do, but when you see that next piece, Being a bar, you can make one. When is a VIT's not delayed? A VIT's is not delayed when it's an adjustment and you have the bar in the next box. It's like you adjust to set up the VITs and then immediately are able to fill it with the next bar. Any other instance is delayed. And that means any other instance is technically very bad, but very fun. (162 to 163), players separated by a single -6 points. Cole getting a Tetris will make that lead a bit bigger, and then Cobra getting one will make it back to what I just said, and then Cole will make it a little bit bigger, and then Cobra will get a Tetris with this one and set it back to what it was on before, except it was a simul Tetris. Oh my gosh. VITs is the worst stacking move that makes a crowd go up. Exactly. And that's really the flair about it. That's what you love to see is the reaction to it. Everyone loves it, even if it's just objectively bad. Except sometimes it's not objectively bad and it's really good. Some will say. Some will say. Some won't say it, but some will say it. Okay, theoretically, we're back. We might be back. Okay, Cole says we're back, so we're back. I think Cobra's cam being dead is just unrelated, because it's been doing that a lot. I'll give it a refresh. Maybe it'll just fix itself. But... okay. Yeah, I think the camera issue on Cobra's side is unrelated. So we will keep playing as is, and everything is fine, and we'll smile and laugh at how funny OBS is and internet. So there we go. Just ignore the Tetris rate stats, because they're very wrong now. Bit of a lead here for Cole. 165,000 points, and he's behind Tetris in line. So, Swimming Perfection's even more scoring potential. 610 to 422. .446 is the transition for Cobra. And 6. That was a triple, I guess, for Cole. We'll get a dirty Tetris. We'll transition 639. I like that burn there. Set up for a will transfer. Beautiful. Could not ask for a better situation here for Cole. But Cobra has some work to do and has sort of clawed this lead back a bit. Albeit is a bit ahead in lines as well. We'll see what he can do. I'm so sorry, Peekayric, if you wanted to upload this. I've ruined everything. .578 to 751. Cole really showing no signs of slowing down, but neither is Cobra. He's playing a bit aggressive, trying to catch up. He is quite behind. Really what Cobra is looking for here, he has a couple of options, being, you know, a Div 1 caliber player. He's hoping for either a long dig sequence for Cole, which he can claw back at that lead, or an early top out, and he can just surpass the score. Alternatively, like early as in like, you know, 29. So he has plenty of runway to chase down. So there's options here for Cobra. We'll just see if any of them land. Still back about 160,000 points. $743 to 907. Cole getting a bit high here now. Should be fine here, assuming a bar shows. Doesn't even get the bar, but making this work the best he can. Cobra can still max out before 29. He's only back now, actually. Wow, 2.5, 3.5 Tetrises. So has already clawed this back a decent amount with that dig Cole was in. But Cole's already maxed out in 27, so could be seeing another 1.1 for Cole. These players have been playing so consistently. I mean, only one quote-unquote early top from either player, and it was like a 723. Cobra goes in A20. Cole B12. Goes in B48. Hangs a bar on the left. They're going to have to clean up here, but the stack is going in the wrong direction. Covers the left side. I've seen Cole dig out some nasty situations here, so this isn't over by any means. Hangs a bar, though. And Cole gonna talk about B62, Cobra. You need B63. Tetris will get you there, or a lot closer there, rather. He's about Tetris and a half left. B63. Plenty of runway to get there. Now less than a Tetris away. So that left side gets a bar over. You see Cole kind of react when he got that bar over. Those left taps are always kind of interesting. A lot of times you can just miss them even when they're not that high. Any of those taps don't register. Cobra is closing in on this. B63 is at 55. But a hang of the bar. And Cole jumps up, hangs another bar. And Cobra is going to top out at B57. 5,000 points short. And that set is brutal. Oh my gosh. So Cole is good for the game of the set. A fantastic set. Very consistent from both players. Game 4 was insane. I mean, wow. The GG's.
Drought counter ticking upwards. Bar came at the wrong time for Scooty, but it's fine for Redshirt. But Redshirt having to fill in. Doesn't have a good board at the moment. Scooty has cleaned up. Bar over for the triple for Redshirt. There's a Tetris for Scooty. 87,000 point lead. Gonna hold.